absolutely don't try to do it all solo. You are not alone in your business. By the way, I say to every agent, if you've ever heard me speak before, you've probably heard this principle. But I ask every single agent when they're hitting their ceiling of achievement, whatever that looks like for you, I'll ask every single agent how you want to pay. Like the bill is always going to be due, and you get to decide when, where, and how you want to pay that. Right. And ultimately, when we look up with those agents, we say, okay, you have three options. Every agent has three options. By the way, I'm going to challenge all of you to make a decision on this inside your own business today. Option number one is that you do it. In other words, you spend the time, you spend the money, you spend the energy, you are the one to figure it out. Even with a coach, even with a roadmap, it's going to take you time in order to be able to do it. The upside to this is you get to own the knowledge forever. Like no one can come in the night and take that away from you. The downside is that this is a slow path to growth. And the challenge for most agents is that they don't give themselves long enough for that growth to actually happen. So they succeed so slowly, they feel like they're failing, and then they'll quit. Option number two is that you find somebody else to do it. I hate this Apple update, you guys. Option number two is you find somebody else to do it, right? You pay the person who's done that job before. You maybe pay a little bit more because they're more experienced. You join the team, you join the leverage platform, like whatever leverage looks like for you. And the upside to this is that you get to go much faster. You get to work through that challenge much faster. The downside is that you have to hold yourself accountable to the spend. You have to hold yourself accountable to the spend. And here's what I see most agents do. They get all this time back once they get leverage, and they don't use the time that they get back to focus on what matters most and what actually moves the needle in their business, right? And so they say, well, leverage doesn't work. And I say, no, leverage does work. You didn't work it correctly. And then, of course, you always have option number three, which is you stay exactly where you are. In other words, you do nothing at all. And the upside to this one is that you don't have to get uncomfortable. Change is hard, guys. We're seeing that live right now. Most people do not do well with change. You don't have to get uncomfortable. You don't have to change the status quo. Nothing has to change. But remember, there's upsides and downsides to each of these. And the downside to this one, remember the question is how you want to pay. And by doing nothing at all, you don't pay for that today and you don't pay for it tomorrow. You pay in the compound interest of not solving that problem later. But either way, you're always choosing how you want to pay. And ultimately, remember that not everyone has to get leverage in the form of hiring someone or joining a team or joining a leverage platform. You have leverage around you. Y'all are building other people's business in conjunction with your business all the time. You're building your home inspector's business. You're building your title person's business, your escrow person's business, your attorney's business, your termite inspector's business, your lender's business. Ask them how they can help you. Ask them how they can help support your business so that you aren't doing it all solo. You're never by yourself, and you always get to decide how you want to pay.